too bad. Let's make sure I got all my stuff right for this one. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's a lot better than the last one. That is for sure. Yeah, what's up, SD Crawler? How you doing, man? I'm just checking my image here. See how this looks. What do you guys think? Does it look alright? I'll probably check with you a few times throughout the stream just to see what you guys think. But how's the picture? Look okay or no? Should probably have a light on this side, honestly. Let me grab one real quick. We're gonna set up one more light just to, because I was using natural light, but it's not that bright outside right now. There we go. One more light will do the trick. I got all my stuff packed up, ready to go do a shoot today. Alright, there we go. Battery. Let's try one of these big boys out. I got these new massive batteries. These things are huge. Alright. Turn this way down. I'm gonna set this back on this side. And yeah, it looks alright. I should go this side. Thinking. Yeah, that's a little better. Probably that side. All right, you guys. Sorry, I'm turning into a nut when it comes to production and stuff. Let me see what's everyone got going on today. All right, we got Travis RC. What's up, man? Envy Taz. What's going down? Snowmod. What's good, bro? How you doing today? Hey, tell that little man I said happy belated. Let's see. And I hope you're doing good. I know you had a little man go on a road trip today, so hold it together, my man. Hold it together. What's up, Eric? Yeah, Travis RC. Dominic. What's up, man? 11 Charlie RC. Welcome to the group, man. What's up? Michael Ray, what's up? How's everybody doing? What's kicking in the chicken? I'll tell you what's kicking in the chicken. This freaking coffee, man. Kicking in the chicken. The chicken's kicking in the kitchen. God, say that fast 3 times. All right, anyways, let's get to it, you guys. Let's get to it. So, whoo. There we go. All right, I'm all caught up on. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about the 12-turn Trailmaster Sport from Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. First off, before I give my input, I give you guys an opportunity now. Go ahead and give your feedback. If you own one, if you've used one, if you've seen one in action, what are your thoughts on it? And if you haven't, then if you've seen the videos I put up recently, what do you think? Just based off of the videos that I've been putting out, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? That's what I want to know. Everybody's thoughts. And then I'll go ahead and give mine. Hey, shout out to you, Ray. What's up, Charles? What did that say? Ah, Michael Ray, you guys having a good conversation. I love seeing that. All right. My baby's doing great, man. If you talk about my baby's doing great. He's a little, maybe too great. He's a little monster, man. I'm thinking he's about ready for some discipline here pretty soon. You can get some more time out. Maybe get some. You ever seen a 1.5-year-old get grounded? Because it's about to happen. Little man's running wild, dude. He is wild. Kid is out of control. All right, so let's see. What are people saying about this motor? See, junkyard motors and then someone says, I'm interested in that 12-turn to replace the 17-turn in my Gen 8. I think it's good for gear reduction rigs. Astrid says, good motor, good price, great customer support. We talking RC or family? Little of both. Little of both, man. They go hand in hand. Let's see. Lay down. Oh, they are a handful. Yeah, I know. I got to, man. Hey, what's up, Kingston? What's up? What's up? I'm about to put my dreadlock in my coffee. That would have sucked. All right. So, and Kingston says definitely good for gear reduction. All right. So, here's my thoughts on it, right? I'll go ahead and give you my feedback. Having ran the majority of the Trailmaster Sport lineup now, I don't think I've ran them all, but I think I've ran most of them. I think that it is an excellent motor for a specific purpose. And I think that purpose would be trail running. Basic trail running. Guys that like to cover distance. Guys that like to drive for extended periods of time, that go on hikes for, 3-4 miles or more even, right? Guys that want to cover some ground. I think it's great for them. Guys that maybe do ultra and they have, they want to run the trail trucks as opposed to running like Yetis or whatever, or maybe even for those, you could probably even run one in Yeti. I'm not going to lie. It might be a little on the heavy side for that motor, but I don't want to say you can't yet. But I think it'd be good for stuff like that. Recon G6, I think it'd be good for stuff like that, right? Things where you're going to cover ground and not spend a ton of time in the technical areas, right? That's what I think. It is decent for crawling. Is it good for crawling? No. I saw that question on there. No. I think it is decent for crawling, right? I think that it will crawl just as good as the majority of stock motors out there, albeit you may need to drop a tooth or two in your gearing to really get the same low speed control. Not really low speed control, but low speed torque. Yeah, and control that you would get from, say, a 20-something turn, right? I don't know what's coming in trucks these days, right? But that's what I would say, right? You're gonna get, obviously everyone knows the higher the number, right? 55 turn is going to be way smoother than and way torqueier and way slower than a 35 turn. A 35 turn is going to be way slower, way smoother, way torqueier than a 12 turn, and on, right? So obviously you have that aspect into it. But now if you were to compare apples to apples, 12 turns to other 12 turns, it is day and night difference compared to any other anything I've ran that speed for that price, right? If you want things with that type of power and you want low speed crawlability, go for the Crawlmaster. I think it's Crawlmaster, right? Crawlmaster 13 turn. Let me grab it actually. I'll show you. All right, so here we go. This right here is basically the expensive version of the 12-turn Trailmaster Sport, in my opinion. John may correct me on this because he knows the technical aspect of everything. But from my driving experience, this motor right here has tremendous wheel speed, okay? It, on the opposite end of that, though, has tremendous crawlability, right, for a brushed motor. Okay, and you can run this off of a stock ESC and it will do amazing. Or you can add an upgraded ESC and get it to do even more. The 12-turn is kind of like the cheap version of this motor, if you ask me. You just can't rebuild it. Like, right there, yeah, right there. You can rebuild that one too, exactly. This is the rebuildable version of it, in my opinion. You're going to pay a lot more for this. Like, you're going to pay quite a bit more. You can buy a handful of the 12 turns for the cost of this motor, right? However, this motor you can rebuild over and over and over and over and over and over again. So you have to pick your poison, right? And there's a place for each one. I think that the 12 turn, I think its place is for guys that are just getting into this scene, right? Guys that are coming from maybe faster rigs and they don't want to immediately drop down to my type of driving style where you're literally at a snail's pace and driving technical lines all day, every day, and when you hit the straight lines, everybody else takes off and you just stay at a snail's pace, right? That's kind of me. That's my take on it. That's how I like to do it, right? This is for more advanced guys that want to spend money, know how to rebuild their motors, and maybe they even compete with their vehicles, right? And they're looking to get a trophy, right? That's where this comes into play. The Trailmaster Sport is not something you're going to go win a competition with. Absolutely not. It is way too fast. The only way you're going to be able to win a competition using that motor is if you use a heavily gear-reduced rig. I saw Brandon mention multiple times that it'd be good for a gear-reduced rig, and I agree with that. I think that is a very good place for it. Yo, Island Forge, what's up, man? It's my boy Aaron. Shout out to my boy Aaron. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're working today. I hope you're editing something. But that's my point. That's my take on it. I think that it is an amazing motor, and I think that for the price point, it is the get people into crawling motor that we've needed for a very long time. Most of you guys know when you first bring somebody into crawling, the first thing they want to do is see how fast it can go still. And it's a little frustrating sometimes to deal with that, but I think that it's just part of it. You know, when you're not used to crawling all the time and you're used to driving fast and shredding stuff, you know, throwing roost and like having fun, this seems boring, right? Going slow seems boring. So you have to transition them slowly sometimes. Not everybody. Some people jump right into the slow stuff, but a lot of guys want to transition slowly. They still want the ability to crawl, but they also want the ability to fling some dirt around and do a wheelie or something, right? And this motor can do both, right? It's just not going to do crawling amazing. That's how I feel about it. So, is it worth buying if you've already got like a 21 turn Trailmaster Sport or like a 35 turn Trailmaster Sport? Maybe if you want to speed your rig up, but I would just stick with the 21 turn or the 35 turn personally for my style. However, I am going to get a couple more 12 turns because I'm going to put one in, actually probably put them in all of my like loaner rigs, because the loaner rigs usually go to people that don't crawl all the time. So I'm going to put them in my loaner rigs and let people get a taste of crawling using that. That way they can still, not all my loaner rigs, one of them will still be pretty slow, but that way people can still get a taste of crawling without losing the speed, and they can still laugh and have fun and all that. Oh yeah, bro, you see, look at this. You want to see some long hair, man? Look at that. That's tied up, bro. Like, this stuff is crazy long. Crazy long. Dreads, man. Dreads. Yee. Oh, stupid Facebook's going off right now. I should have turned my notifications off. Woo. All right. So, that being said, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, is that how you guys feel maybe or no? Let me read some of these comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, fam. Yeah, Jamin, thank you. Thank you. Snowmod says, I like trash can motors, throw and go. Someday I'd like to get into rebuildables, but I like to be back and running as quickly as possible. Absolutely. So, Snowmod, for you, what I would say a good rig for trying out a rebuildable in would be, honestly, would be like your new FJ build, I think, would be a good option for one of these. Because a lot of folks think that it's a misconception. You don't have to rebuild them all the time. It's because you know how it goes. It depends on if you drive in gritty, wet areas, how you maintain your motor. That really plays a lot into how long these last, right? I have one of these in my wife's white D90 that has been in there since the day I built it, and I have not pulled it out to service it once. Just saying, I don't drive it all the time, but it definitely will last a long time for people, especially guys that have multiple rigs, you know, and cycle through their rigs. So I highly recommend trying both ends of the scale is what I would say. And if you have multiple rigs and you have one that's a little more basher or a little more for fun or a little more, you know, to bring smiles to people's faces, put the 12 turn in it. If you have one that's a little more serious and you want that crazy low end torque, Go for something a little bit higher turn, you know. Am I even lower turn, higher turn? I always get it backwards anyways. I've been doing this my whole life, and I'm still a noob. What can I say? But go for something like a 35 turn. You can never go wrong with the 35 turn. You get the best of both worlds. The 21 turn is extremely powerful for a cheap throwaway brush can. If you get into the Crawlmaster series, this 13 turn is not a typical 13 turn. This thing will drive like a 35 turn. I'm not joking. It just has top end like a 13 turn. It is crazy. So there's a lot to consider, right? There's a lot to consider. Yeah, Island Ford's working on a vid right now. That's what I like to see. Low and slow, says Bulgy RC. I couldn't agree more, man. Too much wheel speed makes it easy to just hop the hang-up spot and seems less realistic. Absolutely, RC Voodoo, absolutely. And that's something that a lot of guys that are just getting into it, they're not even going to be concerned with that. They won't even care. They'll think it's dumb. They'll be thinking you're playing Dollhouse RC. Some of them, not all of them. But that's my experience. And so leaving a little wheel speed for some of those guys when they're first transitioning into this side of the hobby, I think it's a smart move, right? And that's my feel. Or if you're building things that you're going to race, you know, if you're building like a U4RC rig out of a SCX10 or something like that, or, you know, a rock balancer or something like that, this is definitely a good motor for those. Like if you're going to build a rock bouncer, this is a good one, as long as it's not too heavy, right? What is this? How much are those rebuild kind of motors? It depends, man. It all depends. I don't know how much that is. What's this guy? I missed the beginning. Which motor? And he says begging. I know what you meant. Which motor are you talking about? We're talking about the 12-turn, the 12-turn Trailmaster Sport today. Basically, when I did my last 2 episodes, driving episodes on, we're just kind of reviewing it now, you know, talking about it and getting thoughts out. Telling everybody how I feel about it, basically. Stream paused. Did the stream pause for anyone else? Says, yeah, it would work for the FJ well at current. I'm around 50-71 at the wheels, so more speed would be nice. She's slow. Exactly. That's definitely one I would try out, man. Yeah, thank you, Snowmod, for doing that. I appreciate you for, yeah, coming in here and being a mod today, man. All right, just got here. Can you recap? Yeah, Jerry, I can recap a little bit. Let me get through these comments real quick, get caught up, and I'll recap for you. 35 turned on 3S all day. Yee. Hey, Josh, my spur elimination build is going great. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's good to hear, Robert. Thank you for updating me on that. I love to hear about people's builds that are using that product. Man, I actually need to get more of those made. I'm not going to lie. I'm almost out. Hey, have a good one, John. Man, it's good seeing you in here. Alan says, don't know how to go back to brush motors after some of the brushless combos from Holmes Hobbies. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a brushed motor. It's just a certain feel to it. I know you get better performance from a brushless most of the time in most scenarios, but there's just something about a brushed motor. It's always good to have one on deck. Let's see. Eldorado wants you guys to check out his channel. So he's not as good as ESP, but starting to get into filming. Hey, man, I'm just a noob, bro. I'm just an amateur. You're probably better than I am, man. Give yourself more credit. Says, do you have suggested motor with the 5-to-1 reduction and 1-to-1 transfer case? 5-to-1 reduction and 1-to-1 transfer case, I would go a little bit higher in my motor, something like a 45 turn. If you're going brushed, if you're going for a brushless, I would go like a 2200 kV. Should work for you. Maybe a little lower. You can do 1800 kV. And it just depends on the amount of wheel speed you want out of it. But for me, if I was going 5-to-1, I'd probably go for like 1800, somewhere around there. Maybe even a little less because I really like that low speed torque. Let's see. How would you compare this to the Revolver with the SW4? No comparison at all. The Revolver is just a torque monster. You just can't match the Revolver's torque with most brushed motors. And if you wanted to try, I would say, you know, get into the Crawlmaster lineup or the Torquemaster lineup. It's just hard with the brushed motor, man. It's just really hard. The Revolver is in a class of its own, if you ask me, when it comes to torque. But I would say, Yeah, there's just no comparison. This one's more of a high-speed motor. I would compare this more to like a 3300 or 3500 kV Trailmaster Sport. Is it Trailmaster Sport or just regular Trailmaster? The brushless version, right? The two-pole brushless version. That's what I would compare it to. Something kind of like that, right? Higher kV, not a lot of torque, more of a racing motor, right? Is what it feels like. So did the 12-turn perform well? All right, so I'm going to do a quick recap on it just for the guys that are asking real quick. Basically, my thoughts on the 12-turn was that it is a phenomenal motor, extremely powerful, does not have the low-end control and the low-end torque that I prefer for my driving style. However, it does have a place, and what I told everybody is the place that I feel it lands in, right? The lane I feel it's in is the lane of getting people into the scale crawling side of the hobby from the high-speed side of the hobby. So if you have guys that are used to short course trucks or racing or, you know, nitro or fifth scale or whatever it may be, they're just not used to crawling and they're used to going fast, this is the transitional motor for me. This is the motor I'm going to use to bring people into this, because it gives them a little bit of both worlds. It gives them kind of a 60-40 on crawling and speed. 60 being speed, 40 being crawling, right? So it leans a little more towards the speed side. You can crawl it. Yes, absolutely. It's great for things like a Recon G6, great for things like a, I don't know, like an ultra course, or if you're doing a long-term, like a long, you know, distance trail run and you want to cover ground, right? And you don't want to have to walk slow because of your truck, right? This is the motor, right? But you still want to be able to hit a couple of technical lines and work your way through some things. It's going to work good, but you're going to have to really pay attention to your throttle control when you get down low if you want it to crawl the way the way I like to crawl. You really have to finesse it. Maybe dial in aftermarket radio, or if you're using an aftermarket ESC, you can dial in the curve a little bit to get more torque and a little less jump off the line. That will help a lot. It's not going to be good for really heavy trucks. If you're driving a heavy truck, something over 8 pounds, you're probably not going to want to use this motor in a bind-up situation or for extended amounts of times or without a fan, something cooling it, because you're going to overheat it. You're going to burn through the brushes super fast, and it's just going to be a waste of money at that point. So very good for stockish trucks and guys that are still coming from speed to crawling and want to transition slowly and smoothly without giving up one for the other immediately. That's my thoughts on it. That's the recap. Let me read a couple of these comments again. Where can I get a portal axle for my Wraith? Shoot, I don't know, man. I'm not really a portal guy, I ain't gonna lie. You can do some portal attachments. I think a couple of companies made portal attachments, but I don't remember who or if they're still available. So the lowest you got geared on a 35-turn motor below 10 pinion gear. Well, here's the issue. I don't run normal gearing on most of my rigs. Woo! Coffee's getting me. So most of mine run an anti-spur gear reduction unit, right? So direct. I remove the spur gear and the pinion gear and replace it with gear reduction units. The one truck that I do run low gearing with a traditional SCX10 style transmission with a spur gear and pinion gear still on it would be my yellow Jeep. And if you haven't seen the yellow Jeep, then you may be kind of new here because I haven't busted out for a while, but it's kind of like my OG Jeep for this channel. And it's all blocked back there. I'm not going to go get it. So basically, I don't know the exact gear ratio on it, but it's stupid low. I'm running like this is old school. Oh man, I don't even remember the gearing. I'm not even going to lie to you. As big of a spur gear as I could possibly find. And oddly enough, as big of a pinion gear as I could find. And there's a reason for that. I had to change the pinion gear up to get speed back into it because it was too slow. It has a HPI 7.4 to 1 gear reduction unit on it with this pinion gear attached to that and then mounted in the traditional, you know, the traditional format. I just shaved down the side of the transmission housing a little bit so I could get it to fit. And so it's basically like your traditional SCX10 tranny setup, but with an additional 7.4 to 1 reduction added onto that. And it's stupid powerful when it comes to, you know, torque and yeah, low speed control and all that. It's insane. It's just, I don't know the gearing off the top of my head, but that's my lowest geared traditional setup, no doubt. The other trucks are all pretty much ran with gear reduction setup. And the lowest geared out of all of them would be my wife's D90, which has an RC four-wheel drive. I think it's a R2 transmission, single speed R2 transmission. Ran to the SCX10 tranny and then out, you know, to the axles. And the R2 transmission is running this 13 turn, and it is the lowest geared vehicle that I have, hands down. It's slower than my 10 to 1 units. So let's see some of these here. And I have Hercules, which is a 2-speed, and that has the man, I don't even remember what that's running right now, but it's super low geared too in first gear. Let's see, how's the quality of the Gen 8? He's asking Snowmod. Snowmod's loving the Gen 8, I can tell you right now. I think RC four-wheel drive makes a portal kit. Would it be a good motor for a rally car? It would be perfect for a rally car. It might even be too much for a rally car. Like, it will wake a rally car right up, Jerry. No joke. That's actually a really good thing to put it in. I would highly recommend that. How much would that cost to go to ESP? How much would what cost to go? I don't know what part of what I was saying you're referring to. Switching it like a gear reduction unit or what? I don't know. It depends. I sell anti-spur mounts for $35 to $40 depending on when you buy it from me. Sometimes I do little specials, and yeah. But I think I only have a handful of them right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell any of the ones I have until I make some more. That way I still have some for my own builds. Oh yeah, okay, so that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I would say go back, watch the anti-spur specific video that I did where it says anti-spur explained, and I go through everything on there, even how to order it and stuff. But I wouldn't order one right now. I would wait for a little while because I'm going to have some new ones made, and I'm pretty sure my guy is got his hands full. So we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely gonna make some new ones though, and I don't know if there's any gear reduction units in stock right now, so I don't want to sell you one and have you stuck without a gear reduction unit, because that does happen from time to time. It happens to me, it happens to customers. I can't control the people that stock the gear reduction units. But all right, you guys got any more questions? Hit me with them questions. Anyone want to know some more about these motors? I'm thinking that here, after we do a little bit more entry-level stuff, because I told you guys a while back we do entry-level theme stuff for a while. We talk about basic, kind of like a back-to-basic thing for a while. I think we'll slowly start getting into more high-end stuff. Maybe we'll start working with some of these motors some more, you know, and talking about the rebuildables and the, you know, the benefits and the downfalls to having rebuildable motors. I know that a lot of you guys are curious, because right now there's a big surge of people going, you know, not even going to, everyone's running brushless for the most part right now. And the only people that seem to still be running brushed are people that are just getting into the hobby, or people that are in competition crawling based environments, it seems like. So, and even then, a lot of them are switching to brushless. So maybe we should do a little bit more talking about that, because I would like to bring some attention back to the rebuildable motors at some point and show just what goes into them, man. There's a lot that goes into these motors. They're not all the same, man. I mean, there's so many little variables that go into these. It's very impressive, actually. John is the guru. I don't know not even a fraction of what that man knows about building these motors, but I can definitely relay the information and do my best to to kind of teach you guys, you know, from what I understand. But beyond what I know, I would highly suggest just subscribing to John's channel and going through all his old content, because the man is like just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to these motors, and just electronics in general. I couldn't imagine trying to explain this stuff without having the opportunity to talk to him about a lot of it, because he just knows more. He's forgotten more than I'll probably ever learn when it comes to this. So yeah, he deserves more credit, I think, than he gets. A lot of people don't realize how smart he is when it comes to this. You got to keep in mind, he's like a nobody. Like, you know, he literally was just one of us, just a guy driving these trucks, and decided to make himself some motors because he didn't like what was on the market. And fast forward to now, and he is competing with, you know, industry leaders. It's pretty amazing, you know. It's pretty amazing. It's a rare thing. Only a handful of guys can claim to have done stuff like that in industry. So you got to give him credit, man. Definitely got to give him credit. Let's see. RC Voodoo says he's loving it. Gen 8 too. Oh, there's more comments. I was missing them again. Sorry, guys. I want to build a Unimog, but I really like the VP Rockjock axle design, so I ordered that. I'm debating. Oh, man. Which one performs better? I don't know which one would perform better. I like my Rock Jocks, personally. I had some issues with the first set of axles I got from Vanquish, but I managed to fix it myself without sending them back or anything, and they've been holding up great ever since. And then I've gotten multiple other sets since then, and I got F9s, I got Rock Jocks. They all do good so far. I got a bunch of other Vanquish parts too, and they all seem to do great. So I don't know. If you want to go super scale, go for the portals, because obviously that's what comes on a Unimog. I think if you want strength, go for the Rock Jocks, because it's less breaking points and proven strength. So yeah. In the axial rig, was it just stock deadbolt? Absolutely, MVTaz, 100% stock. I didn't change out anything except for the motor. That was it. Stock radio, stock ESC, stock servos, stock everything. I didn't adjust nothing. I didn't tune nothing. I lied. I adjusted the body height. But other than that, it's bone stock. Are energy axles any good? I am not a fan of energy axles. However, if you get energy housings, I mean, you can't really mess up a housing. You're just probably going to catch some flack from people that are, you know, brand loyal in this industry. Or, you know, a lot of people give people flack for running energy. I've ran energy in the past. I had bad luck with most of it, not all of it. And to be honest, energy, boom racing, RC Mart, extra speed, even some, you know, other stuff is all made in the same factories in China for the most part. So quality is the same on all of them, most of them. It's just a matter of preference for the most part. The real strength comes from how you build the axles, not from the axle housings. Axle housings help with the look, and they help a little bit with the tuning as far as how you like to drive. Like, some folks like plastic axles for their ability to slide over rocks in competitive scenarios. Other people like super scale, you know, like replica axles, you know, for scale builds. Other people like to try to mix the two and build up scale axles to be super strong. It's just a matter of preference. I prefer to take a scale axle and try to make it as strong as possible. That's what I like to do. That's why I, be honest with you, first gen SCX 10 axles with aftermarket scale housings tend to be my favorite. All right, that's the truth, because I can make them extremely strong. They may not have the best clearance, but they are. You can make them almost unbreakable. Let's see. John Holmes is the industry leader. Jerry Watson, I have to personally agree. As far as per capita, I think the man's done an amazing job. Let's see. What's up, Christopher? Borodets. I hope I said that right. How you doing, man? Let's see. I just got the Mamba Micro and the Holmes 2700 kV. Love it, but the ESC seems whiny. Go into your tuning, right? You can plug it into your computer, and you can actually. I'm not 100% sure on the Mamba Micro, but I think you can set the frequency on that. 18K switching, I believe, is what will get rid of the sound. If not, just adjust it a couple times. I could be wrong. I'm pulling this off the top of my head, and I'm a little rusty right now. But you can change the frequency at which it's operating, and it will change the sound, and you can make it pretty much inaudible on most of them. Let's see. Thanks for the info. I never knew that. You're welcome, man. I try to help out as much as I can. I don't. Sometimes I don't think that I know that much, and then I forget. You know, you just can't help. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff when you're doing this for so long, and to me, it just seems like, I don't know. Maybe I take it for granted sometimes. You know, I've been in this industry for a long time, and you get burnt out, you get tired, you know, after a while doing the same things over and over. And I don't know. Maybe it's like, yeah, I don't know. I struggle with that sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I've been doing this for a long time, and I do struggle with that. So I apologize for, you know, times that I don't pass on information that I should. I need to share what I know more with you guys. Some of you guys will probably already know more than me, but yeah, it's okay to taboos. It's okay to be white. What? I don't know what that has to do with anything, but yeah, it is okay to be white. Galen Garrett, $2. Thanks for the info, man. Volt up, gear down. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. I was told adjustment of the frequency is Holmes ESCs only. I'll take a look, though. Thanks. You could be correct. That's what I was saying. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really run a lot of Castle specific ESCs, right? Most of my stuff is Castle, you know, hardware, but it's all Holmes software. So, yeah, just double check. You know, it might be something you can do. It might not. Just double check. If not, and you do need to switch up the Holmes ones, you can do that. So. I don't want to tell you one way or the other because I'm not 100% sure, but your thoughts on the 12-turn paired with the 1.9 Wraith? It depends on how you're going to drive it. If you're going to drive it as like more of a rock racer, rock bouncer sort of rig, then absolutely. If you're going to try to make it more technical, you know, and lower it down and try to keep it like more of a comp style rig, I would say maybe not. It all depends on how you're going to use it. Rocking an SCX10 Honcho with 110mm shock, and I changed the wheels to 2.2 size. Probably whack, but it gets around. Man, the majority of us old heads started the same way, bro. It's all good. 2.2s were the only thing around for the longest time. 1.9s didn't even exist. I mean, not for this specific purpose anyways. You had to like find them off of other rigs. Thus, you had to find tires off of other rigs. It was not fun. Used to really be hard back in the day to build a scale truck. Now you can buy them ready to go. I love it. Absolutely love it. I have trouble with Mamba Micro X and the mobile app. Oh man, I can't even help you with that, Ted. I wish I could because I don't run a Micro X in the mobile app. But I'll tell you guys this though. I do have two. I've got two Castle ESCs, and I'm gonna use them here very soon. So. As soon as we get back into doing brushless stuff, I'll be installing those, and yeah, we can go ahead and see what Castle brings to the table as far as software goes, because I haven't ran Castle software for a long time, so I do need to update myself on that. I really wish this was a little bit. I'm gonna angle this up a little bit because I'm like all bent down trying to see you guys. There we go. See the balloon up there? It's my kid. He ripped the string off it. Man, I'm trying to catch up on these. What's the military vehicle behind me? Oh, that is a model, actually. That's a I forget the brand that made that. I don't know. A fan sent that to me. But that's a old school Willys Jeep. It's a 1/8 scale Willys Jeep, or 1/6 scale maybe Willys Jeep. I'm gonna convert it to a RC at some point. This is really popular to do right now. I just forget the brand that made the actual toy. I don't remember who made it, but they're really popular right now to build. There's a couple of channels out there that have some really cool content using those Jeeps. I just haven't got around to it. Not a priority yet, but I will eventually. Yeah, Snowmod confirms. He says his BLE from Holmes Hobbies has adjustable frequency. The Mamba does not. There we go. RC Voodoo says it's okay to be blue. Indeed, my man. Indeed. Morning, Matt Harris. How you doing, man? Hey, welcome back, John, man. Gulf City says less scale, more fun for him. So I would definitely recommend the 12 turn for that. You know, it's all about fun. That motor is just, it's a ripper, man. It's a ripper. You're going to have plenty of power on tap. Just watch the very first one where I was ripping through the snow, and you will see, like, the thing's just, dude, it's like a hot rod, bro. It turned that deadbolt into a hot rod, straight up. Let's see. PC orders were just, oh, roger that. Let's see. I have my own crawler course. Nice, man. I need to get mine back in action. You going to Axial Fest this year? If so, are you excited? And what are you taking if you go? I am not going to Axial Fest this year, and I will be doing a video on that actually. Not going at all. What motor is in the Yeti Junior? The Yeti Junior comes with a little 380, I think, size can. I'm not sure on the turn of that though. And the new one, I don't know if they changed out the motor from the old ones or not, because I do not have one. I no longer work with Axial, you guys, so just to clarify. And yeah. I already built up my little Yeti Juniors based off the old platform, so I probably won't be getting the new ones to build up, since they're kind of like knockoffs of what me and so many other people did. But I am thinking about going to Proline by the Fire. That is something I'm thinking about doing. We'll see how my schedule is when the time comes. Just not something I was originally planning on doing. I was kind of planning on going to Axial Fest originally, and then everything changed because everything Axial keeps doing. So now I'm planning on putting that energy and effort into something else, and I'm trying to decide what that's going to be. Whether it be Proline by the Fire, whether it be trying to start my own little small-time event here for just subscribers or something, or maybe just going to like Team K&K's thing next year, because you know their stuff is amazing. Or there's a lot of awesome events. I went to Crawl Masters already this year. Autism awareness guys, ASD crawlers, they do some awesome stuff down there. There's so many things to do. I don't know. I really don't know. Could go to the East Coast, maybe make it to the next UTSC. I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? I mean, for me, it's all up in the air. I'm making a lot of shifting of my focus towards full-scale stuff, building real cars. So you guys are about to see a lot more of that actually coming onto this channel. It's not just going to be RC anymore. We're definitely making a shift. RC is still going to be a big part of this, but extreme scale performance doesn't necessarily just mean 1/10 scale. Just means any scale, man. It could be, we could do micro RC stuff one day and then go out in, you know, the lifted Jeep and do some wheeling the next day. And then the next day we might take the RX-7 that I'm building and maybe we'll go burn some rubber in that, you know, and do a little drifting, or head to a track somewhere and try to race somebody at the track, or who knows, maybe we'll go to car shows, right? Maybe we'll take the old Kaiser out because I'm getting ready to get the Kaiser fixed. So maybe we'll take the old Kaiser out and put that around, you know, and drop rust trails everywhere we go. I mean, there's so much stuff that we can do out here. I live in Oregon, so I'm blessed to have a lot of territory around me to go explore, a lot of cool towns I can go check out, a lot of cool activities I can go do. So, I don't know. I feel like we've done well over a decade of RC here on ESP, and there's no reason why we can't add some other stuff to it, right? Why not? So that's what I'm going to do. I've been telling you guys for a long time now I'm working on stuff behind the scenes, and well, there you have it, kind of spilling the beans right there. I'm gonna do more one-to-one stuff, man. And a big part of triggering that, I was already trying to do it anyways. It's just a slow process and trying to make connections and trying to, figure out what to do and trying to, generate enough money to actually put into things. It's really hard to do. And so I've been really trying to keep it tapped down and not talk too much about it. But the RX-7 getting crushed by that grader set it off. And I started raging, and I kind of lit a fire under my ass. And now I just put $1,000 down yesterday, actually, on a deposit to build a motor for my next RX-7, which I don't even have yet. I haven't even found one. But I am going to buy another one, and I'm going to build it. And yeah. You know what I think we should do on this channel? I think we should convince John that we need to build an electric car. We need to build a one-to-one electric car someday. That's what we should do. We can take an old RX-7 shell, put a cage in it, gut it all out to make it super lightweight, right? And put a race seat in it, put some suspension on it, strap some good batteries in it, and make a brushless RX-7. Go out and race around in that. I don't know. I think that'd be fun. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to know about these motors, man? Let me know. Because we've been on here, we've been on here over 45 minutes already. 46 minutes. And we've done pretty good, man. We maintained like around 40-something people on here, I think, through the whole stream. That's pretty dang good, man. Not too bad for me. Not too bad. Snowbot says, yeah, get on down here for BTF. I think you meant PTF. Yeah, that could be fun, man. That could definitely be fun. So you have to glow beadlock wheels. No, you don't have to glue beadlock wheels, man. Beadlocks are all about bolting. Bolt the bead. You basically sandwich the bead in there, and it's bolted in, and yeah, works better than glue. Better than glue. Bill says USTE, baby. Rubicon is epic scaling. Went on a 4-hour shoot last time I was there. That's what I'm talking about, Snowmod. I would love to go to the Rubicon, man. Closest I've been to that is heading down there by you guys for Axial Fest. 2019 RC 4-wheel drive Zia Scale Nationals is what Matthew Romero says. I'll have to look into that, man. I've been showing a lot more love to RC 4-wheel drive lately. I feel like when other companies kind of sold out, they refused to, man. RC 4-wheel drive has kind of stayed true to the roots this whole time, and you got to acknowledge it. You got to respect that. So I'm definitely I'm paying a lot more attention to RC 4-wheel drive these days. Oh, that sounds dope. More content is always awesome. Also, it might take some RC addicts to turn them into gearheads and vice versa. Exactly. No reason why the two can't intermingle. I think that most car guys have had RC cars at some point in time, because you don't very few people become car guys in the when they're adults. Most car guys started off with a passion for cars long before they're even able to drive them. And I know at least that's how it was for me and a lot of my friends. So let's see. Down for conversions. All right. Do a giveaway with the motor. Let peeps taste the slow crawl. I think we've done some giveaways before. Maybe we'll have to do another one. John likes it when we do giveaways. I think we can do some more giveaways here soon. You guys pitch some ideas for some giveaways. I'm not just going to give it to you. You're going to have to do something for it. You got to do something, man. I want to see the passion. I want to make sure it goes to people that are going to actually use it properly, not turn around and try to flip it. Bunch of y'all hustlers out there. Yeah. Rubicon is our town. Real 1-1. What did it say? Must have every year camping trip. Yeah, I want to go for sure. I want to go to the Rubicon. I want to go to, man, there's so many places I want to go. Like, obviously, whatchamacallit, Moab, but there's, like, what is that other trail I'm trying to think of? The one in Tillamook. I want to go to Tillamook here in Oregon and go wheeling. I want to hit some local spots that I haven't hit before. I've never even, like, gone to a lot of places here in Oregon for the sole purpose of going four-wheeling. I always went four-wheeling, like, out on the ranch or, just, like, places that are easy to get to for me. Actually, I'll be honest. Most of my four-wheeling, like my hardcore rock crawling stuff, went down in Hawaii. I'm not gonna lie. I won't say hardcore rock crawling, but you know, for a street vehicle. Yeah, Snowmod's FJ40 is almost an exact replica of the last one he owned in high school. See? That's what I'm saying. This car stuff runs super deep. Today I started. Yes, what do you say? Green Warrior says, "Yeah, Mom told me today I started liking cars at age 5." Yeah, see, you're a car guy. Come to Ohio for the Team K&K TTC. I really want to, man. I've been wanting to for years. Mike and the whole family, bro. I love them all. They're like family to me. Every time I see them, it's just all love. They've always supported me and my channel since day one. I started working with Mike and them when they were still action screws, you know, and shipping from their living room. You know, whole house just converted to a shop, and they, you know, basically slept in the middle of what would become, you know, like Team K&K hardware. Like they have been putting in work, grinding, kids putting in work, everybody helping out, family effort for so long now. Those guys, and look how far they come. I mean, anyone that follows them can tell you they are industry leaders now, for sure. Rock bouncer dudes mess with RC rock bouncers. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm good friends with Cole, and you know, Matt. You know, I don't know if you guys follow Mad Ram 11, but Mad Ram 11 is ran by a dude named Cole Shirley. He's a good buddy of mine. Yeah, I've worked with him in the past. Our connection started because of an RC rock bouncer video that I did, showing him some love and his buddy that had a buggy burned down on the trail. So you were correct on that. It absolutely does. There is a connection. Giveaway is a good way to bring back the Scale Wars. Look at you trying to sneak in the Scale Wars. Scale Wars is coming. I know I keep teasing you guys, but it is coming. It's a lot more work to get that organized than possible. Doing one episode, yeah, I could do that easy, but organizing a whole season of doing Scale Wars it's a little difficult. If you notice, my website's still down because I don't want people doing stuff and turning in things yet. Just back me up even more. All right, so let's see. Where's your wife? My wife is in the back, man. She's back there taking care of my son. Working, grinding, doing what she does, man. Let's see. Bold Rock Hell's Sick. What's Bold Rock? I'll have to check that out. CCRC, how are you, brother? Shout out to CCRC. Just saw you in here too. Oh yeah. All right. And Mitt Proden says the 550/45 turn is for my newest build, SCX10 base rock bouncer. All right, that's what's up. All right, you guys. So, woo! I think that's pretty good. We've been going for a minute. So, everybody, take a moment. Shout out where you're from. Shout out your town. Shout out your state. Shout out your crew. Whatever it is you're representing, man. Shout it out. Now is your opportunity because we're gonna dip here in a minute. Oh, I got stuff to do. I got editing to do. I got to get a bunch of stuff done for clients today too. Oh man, so much stuff to do. And these people trying to park behind my car, what are they, stupid? Come on, man. You ain't heard how I get down. Don't do none of that. All right, they're moving. They're moving. Don't block my driveway. All right. And you make a camouflage hat with ESP on it, bro. I'll keep that in mind. We got new merch coming up, so good timing. Good timing. St. Cloud, Minnesota in the building. Cameron Park, Eldorado. What are they, stupid? Cameron Park, Eldorado County. Windsor Locks. What's that? Court? Hey, shout out to Windsor Locks. Sutherland, Oregon. Actually, I might be in Sutherland. I'm getting a call from Sutherland today, hopefully. I might be picking up a car in Sutherland. We'll see how that goes. Speaking of cars, in Sutherland, there's a shop in Sutherland I'm going to go deal with possibly. New Bremen, Ohio in the building. Rock Dog Scalers, Okanagan, BC. Man, shout out to Canada in the building. British Columbia. Santa Fe, New Mexico. NMRCC. Shout out to you guys, man. Look at that. We got North and South repping in here. Love it. Hidden Valley RC in the building. Y'all out west make me jealous. All your trailing spots. Hey, yeah, we do got a lot going on out here, man. It's true. But your forests out there are beautiful. At least everything's not all pine trees where you're at. Oh, Lord. All right. 5 crawlers, something. 5 tree crawlers. Shout them out. Oroville, California. Shout out to Oroville, man. It's down by my family in Chico. Down by A-Main and everything. Yeah, that's not too far away. Indiana's in the building. Oh, CT's Connecticut. Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Connecticut, bro. Shout out to Connecticut. Don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate you, Snow Mod. Thank you for coming in and modding today. Appreciate you, brother. Everybody be safe out there. Weather's still unpredictable. It's actually snowing here today, which really sucks because I was going to go outside and actually do work on the 1-1 if I had some opportunity. Maybe do a little filming, but that's on hold. And, yeah, just be safe out there. Love you guys. Keep your heads up. Remember, you guys matter. I see a lot of folks down on themselves lately. So just a slight reminder. You guys, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you think. I don't care how hard life's hitting you right now. Just remember, you matter, man. You matter. And you may not think you do, and that might be because you might not have met the people that you're going to matter to yet. All right? So give it some time. Let yourself exist. It's beautiful to exist. All right, I'm going to get up out of here. Love you guys. Peace and shit grease, fam. Chee!